Hey guys, Dragonflight is starting today, so I wanna make also a little bit content about Dragonflight. World of Warcraft Classic will, or Wrath of the Lich King Classic will stay as my main game, but for sure every new expansion is an exciting thing in World of Warcraft. It doesn't matter if you love the expansion or not, I think always the start is an exciting time. So I definitely want to make some content about it. I will reduce it, I guess, to stuff that is related to Mythic Plus, mostly. That will be related to the class that I will play, I guess Rogue or Demon Hunter. And I want to also give some general things, like for example today, tier list. It will be a tier list about DPS in Mythic Plus. I guess it's very important at the moment for many people, what class should they choose. I think we already have some very good predictions about what will be very good, what will be not that good. For sure some things can change, because at the end of the day, you know, only the beta was played, but definitely we already have some informations how it will look. And that's what I want to go over with you today, kind of quick. Not putting too much effort into it or too much time. I want to reduce it on the facts. I want to start down, so I want to start at the bottom, D tier. Yeah, a little bit surprising. Balance Druid and Survival at the moment, seeing there. Why surprising? Because Survival was super strong now for 2 phases, if I'm not wrong. Balance Druid usually always strong. Not necessarily S tier, but usually I would say it's minimum an A tier spec, so also this is a little bit surprising. Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest always struggles a little bit, so it's not really surprising to see them a little bit more low, but definitely D tier, you know, it's not that good. And Marksman Hunter. I also want to say about these 4 specs that you can definitely expect that maybe there are some buffs coming for these 4 specs, because, you know, at the moment they are very weak. Same you could say about the S tier, that maybe that will be nerfs coming, but to be honest, in the S tier, we come in a few steps to it. Nothing is like completely over the top, so yeah, we will see. That means if you're really interested in playing Mythic Plus, especially in the first 2-3 weeks, it will be hard with those classes, especially to, you know, it's not, you can play with these classes, Mythic Plus, especially when it's only about filling the vault with, I think it will be again plus 15, that you need for filling the vault with the highest possible rank on items. But also, you know, how people are, they pack a group. What they want is usually S and A tier classes. If you play anything else, what helps the group, then maybe they also pick something from the B tier, but they usually don't like to play with D tier classes, not because it's not possible, you just know how the people thinking are. So if you want to be successful in this phase with Mythic Plus, then definitely I think you will be struggling with one of those 4 specs. We come to the C tier: Arcane Mage, Retribution Paladin, Fire Mage, Arms Warrior, and Assassination Rogue. All of them are very decent. They have their upsides and downsides, like for example super nice burst as Fire Mage or as Retribution Paladin, but also they are always lacking on something. So C tier is not a big difference to the D tier. Also these specs could get a little buff in the first, you know, 2 to 4 weeks. They could get a little buff and then they could definitely rise. But also on the other side, I have to tell you that usually none of the specs that is right now in C and D tier will look up later on in the S tier. Maybe they step 1 tier ahead, like, or for example the D tier could also be coming to the D tier could make a rise to the A tier, to the B tier, but it's not like you can push them, or they will not get pushed into the S tier usually. Let us start with the first tier, the B tier. that I would say you are definitely fine with playing these specs. There's no problem at all. Besides, you want to go for, you know, highest possible ranks or whatever. If you don't play Mythic Plus on a semi-professional level, then you will be definitely fine with these classes. If you want to fill your vault, you will definitely be fine with these classes. Mage, for example, also has, you know, Bloodlust. Enhanced Shaman has Bloodlust. Beastmaster Hunter has a Bloodlust. So also these three classes have something that they bring to a group that could be important. Frost Mage, I don't know, maybe they will see rising, because at the moment mages are not really good there, and usually you have minimum one spec in A tier from mages. So to be honest, I think you can just wait, and one of the specs from mage will rise into the A tier minimum with buffs or with whatever is necessary, but they will receive what is necessary to come minimum into the A tier. Other thing is Affliction Warlock. Affliction Warlock, also some people put it into the A tier, I think, but I let it in the B tier. So yeah, definitely good doing, but could get better, especially when you have a class where two other specs are higher ranked. There's no need to play Affliction Warlock at the end of the day. Frost DK, just good. If you like to play DK, you are definitely fine with Frost Unholy. Seems like Unholy is favored, but Frost DK still works good. Beastmaster Hunter, like I said, you bring some things to the raid group. You are ranged, so sometimes depending on maybe also the affixes, there will be a range needed. You bring a Bloodlust with the pet and so on. Enhancement Shaman, also a good B tier class, but yeah, there's definitely another Shaman spec that makes more damage at the moment, I guess, especially because of the AoE. Let's come to the A tier. You see a very big A tier, 7 specs in my A tier here. That is, in my opinion, something very positive, because if there is a big S tier and a big A tier, yeah, for sure, on the top level, 25 plus keys or whatever we will see at the end of the season, there will be only like 3-4 DPS specs that will be making the highest ranks. But if you have a big S tier and a big A tier, or wide S and a wide A tier, that means it's a good balance, a lot of different specs, a lot of different playstyles, a lot of different group constellations. So that's why I'm happy to see kind of a big A tier and also a decent A tier. And also, I would say that maybe some people even argue you could put Feral into the it's already saved, so I cannot move it. You could play Feral, put Feral also maybe into the S tier, and also maybe the Evoker damage spec, I forgot the name, sorry about that, into the S tier. So they are very close. Besides Feral and Evoker, we have Unholy DK, we have Fury Warrior, we have Destro Warlock, Elemental Shaman, you know, big AoE, and Sub-Rogue. To be honest, makes not a big sense to play Sub-Rogue if you have Outlaw Rogue that just is doing better. Also Destro Warlock, if these are not your super favorite loved playstyles, then you should just go for the specs that just will do a little bit better. But anyways, they are still definitely good. And now, let's talk about the S tier. If there would be an S plus tier, then currently Demon Hunter would be, the Havoc Demon Hunter, Havoc, would be definitely in S plus tier. It's the strongest class at the moment. AoE and single target. I think pure single target. Outlaw Rogue is maybe doing a little bit more, but overall the damage from Demon Hunter is just awesome. And also you have some nice mobility. You have how is it called? Things that prevent that you die. You have a lot of leech, so lifesteal things, you can keep it up. It's just overall a very, very strong class. Let us talk about Outlaw Rogue. Very awesome single target damage. Also awesome AoE DPS, but target capped at 8 when you skill it, when you skill the Blade Fury Flurry, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, depends on how big the pulls will be later on. Maybe for the super high runs, then could be possible that Outlaw Rogue has another task in the group, like, you know, stuns, CC, that's also what he has a lot of control. Windwalker Mog is exactly the opposite. As bigger the pulls are, as better it gets. Besides that, also is good class, a lot of mobility, just super strong. And the only ranged caster DPS in S tier is Demo Warlock. It's currently right now super strong. It will be super strong, and like always, I guess it's kind of a joke already. As always, Warlock is just super strong. So minimum usually, but to be honest, same like with Mage, usually minimum A tier. In that case, we also have it in S tier. So yeah, overall, I think it's a very nice field. Good S tier, wide A tier, and even a decent B tier. That means a lot of specs are possible to play. If I'm not wrong, then maybe the only thing that you are really sad about is maybe as a Retribution Paladin you have no other spec, and also maybe as a Shadow Priest you have no other spec that makes damage. As a Balanced Druid, okay, usually you're a caster, maybe you don't like to play Feral then, so these 3 ones are at the moment the losers, or the people that feel the most lost, because the other ones have always a spec that is a little bit higher ranked that you can go for it if you want to play that class or that playstyle, but these 3 are lacking of this, so these are the losers. Definitely the winners are, the biggest winner is definitely Havoc Demon Hunter, and also it's nice to see that the new class is not overpowered, but very good in the field with Evoker at high A tier. That's it guys, enjoy the start in Dragonflight, see you in game, see you in the stream, see you in my YouTube channel, like and subscribe, see you, bye bye.